What is the psychology behind cancel culture? Cancel culture. There's a controversial one. We've all encountered or at least heard about the phenomenon, haven't we? And its dynamic normally works like this: someone, normally prominent public figure or celebrity, gets caught saying or doing something politically incorrect, the evidence of which goes viral on social media, and the person consequently gets widely shamed and shunned by social media activists. And in many cases, the perceived offenders even end up losing their jobs. Now, psychologically speaking, cancel culture is a form of community activism, and it's aimed at ensuring that a perceived transgressor is visibly punished or cancelled. The people doing the cancelling usually do so as a result of experiencing very strong negative emotions when they witness the transgression that has just happened. The activism itself is a way of expressing this outrage, this disgust and anger felt in response to that particular transgression. So, at the heart of cancel culture lies the very basic human psychological drive towards conformity. When we encounter opinions that contradict our own convictions, it can cause feelings of anger and annoyance and frustration because it makes us question our own foundations and our place in the world. Cancel culture, it arises from the desire not only to distance ourselves from those who express those opinions, but to punish them for their views. Calling someone out on irresponsible behavior can provide us with a sense of, well, a sense that we're adding our voice to a cause and making the world a better place to live in. Our own sense of identity is rooted in our core values and beliefs, isn't it? We tend to associate with and follow brands or public figures or influencers who embody those values and beliefs. And we also distance ourselves from those who have diverging or different opinions to our own. So I suppose cancel culture is the public backlash that celebrities or brands or influencers face when they contradict the beliefs of their consumers or their followers. Many prominent and respectable public figures have found themselves on the wrong end of cancel culture. Think about J.K. Rowling, for example, the creator of Harry Potter, or Roseanne Barr, the actress. The fact of the matter is that anyone, any one of us, you don't have to be a celebrity, can be cancelled, as long as enough people believe the transgression deserves to be punished. It's not just that. You could be cancelled for something you said 10, 15, 20 years ago. It doesn't have to be something you said recently. One of the criticisms, I suppose, often leveled against cancel culture is that it isn't sufficiently based on any set standard or criterion for what actually constitutes unacceptable views and what doesn't. You know, what was acceptable 20 years ago isn't acceptable anymore. So, does that mean that just because it turned up 20 years later, that I should be cancelled for saying something that was perfectly acceptable 20 years ago? And, of course, because cancelling someone can have devastating implications and consequences for their careers and livelihoods, it's always wise to try and manage our emotional response in the face of differences of opinion, isn't it? I mean, it's easy to be a keyboard warrior and add your voice to the fray when you're hidden behind a monitor and a keyboard. It's a little bit more difficult to do it face to face. What do you think about cancel culture? Do you think that somebody should be cancelled for what they said 10 years ago? What's your opinion on the whole cancel culture that we've got right now? Do you think that it's a good thing, that it leads to more awareness? Or is it gone mad? Is it out of control? Now, like always, I do have an opinion on cancel culture, but it's not one that I'm going to share. Let's see what you say in the comments, and then maybe I'll share mine with you.